because why? Because I didn't post this notice, so at about 4:30, I was like, wait, I have a meeting today. Did anybody post anything? And then I remembered
Yeah, you did
the
it
story,
ahead of time.
the story where I
You did them all at once, didn't you?
asked for it, no, I asked for assistance from our acting town administrator and his talented assistants.
Yeah, it was on me the next day.
And so up this went, so good thing, phew. All right, so we are convening, we have open session. Anybody here for an open session? Have anything to say? No, we're
Nope.
good?
Observation.
Excellent. Minutes, guess what? No minutes. Maybe next time.
We took care of a few of them last time, so.
We did a pile of them last time, and I swore it wouldn't happen again, and it's happening.
You're a busy woman.
It's
Very
happening.
busy.
I'm only down one, right? Two?
No, we've done two, because we had the joint meeting with the Board of Selectmen a week or so ago. Town Administrator Report,
Okay,
lay it on us.
I'll just touch on the updated parts of it, not dwell on the stuff that's sort of spinning around.
Okay,
The first update is that, yes, Ryan is back, and he is going to be back in charge of the management of the town on May 2nd, Monday. By my contract, I'm supposed to walk out when he walks in. He has asked me to hang around for maybe as much as 4 weeks so
Oh.
that we can do the transition.
good,
So he will be the town administrator and I'll be some
Right.
sort of consultant,
right,
the voice from the inky shadows.
good,
Alright, so I think that'll work out just fine.
excellent.
The Commonwealth Winter Recovery Bill, the governor signed that. It's $280,000 for the town of Hubbardston to be used on roads, repair, traffic control devices, signage, guardrails, and storm grates, and painting and striping of the roads. So that's a much needed injection of money into.
Are you
Town
and,
hall.
you and Ryan gonna cook up a plan to spend it?
Yep. The Route 68 right-of-way project, our update for that is that the select board at their meeting of April 11th voted to approve the order of taking for the construction easements for properties abutting the project area. And there's other hoops what we have to jump through, but we're on track for a June 4th advertising date. And the state will kick in $5.5 million to fund this project. And that's the upgrade of Route 68 from about roughly the Curtis Field to the intersection with Elm Street. Lombard Road, ARPA funds were designated in tune of $575,000. Project was bid and the low bidder was $528,761.25. There's a lot of volatility in anything having to do with petroleum, and so even though there looks like there's a nice cushion there, we may see some escalation of unit prices of asphalt and other road materials. So if there's money left over, we'll send this back to the ARPA committee. The taxpayers don't pay anything for this.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. Technically, we don't, but we do. It's coming from the middle class anyways in the country.
Alright. Annual town meeting update, okay, the warrant has been sent out to town council for review. Moderator has reviewed the articles of motions for technical issues on his part, he's happy with the way it is. Planning board is reviewing the zoning articles for accuracy, and I got some feedback that there's a couple of changes that need to happen. House Ways and Means Committee released their budget recommendation, and the cherry sheets were updated for the Commonwealth. For us, the only change in the cherry sheets was a upgrade of the public library's offset receipts. It went from $797 $7,973 to $8,627. This is treated both as a revenue and an offset, as an expense, so there's no net impact upon the budget. The charges were the same, so we didn't get any boost, we didn't lose any ground from the House Ways and Means budget. The House is currently debating the recommended budget, and they'll be making their decisions in the next couple of weeks. But these are the numbers that I'm gonna recommend that we ride all the way into town meeting. The Senate is gonna have their go, and then there's gonna be a conference committee, and then the governor is supposed to sign, and then there's an override of the governor if the governor vetoes something. So sometime after town meeting, we'll actually find out what our state aid is going to be. But I think these numbers are safe. Quabbin did get a boost. There's some ins and outs, but their net gain was $81,950, call it $82,000. So that may affect what their assessment to the 5-member towns may be. I've not had any feedback from the school committee or the superintendent as to what that is, but they got more money.
Right, but that's on a $37 million budget.
Yeah.
This is nothing. I respectfully suggest.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay,
Our revenues for FY '22 through March are looking good. We should be at 75% of our revenues, and we're actually 77% of our revenues, and we just got a big check-in for $300,000 just the other day, so we're doing really well in revenues.
great.
Our expenses are pretty much on target. We should be at 75% of our expenditures. We're at 70.5, so that's good performance for both revenues and expenditures.
Yeah.
And there we have a calendar countdown to town meeting and annual elections.
Alright.
I'm hoping that the select board can sign the warrant on Monday, May 9th. We have time in the year to push that off if we have to.
Okay. Alright, excellent. Alright, does anybody have any questions? Yes.
I have one. Mike Stahl, 5 Lombard Road. The Lombard Road reclamation project, you said the bids were open. Has the contract been awarded? And does Travis sign that contract?
Travis signs that contract, and we did lock in that price as much as we could.
Okay, so the contract is awarded, so we can expect a construction schedule out of the contractor imminently.
I would say that it would take about a month to ramp up. I don't think we're gonna see any construction there for a while.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Everybody good? Alright, great. Alright, now, our warrant. We did not vote on, we did not recommend some of these because we were going to see what developed with Quabbin. And as we know, nothing developed with Quabbin. So,
maybe they're still sharpening their pencil.
yeah, whatever.
Should we wait for another meeting to give them a little bit more time to make a decision?
I think not. I think, why am I not seeing anything here? Alright, so we voted everything, we recommended everything up to Article 9, right? Is that what I'm, oh, recommendation pending, alright, sorry. We recommended 1 through 7, budget articles, Article 8. this is everything except, Article 8 is everything except, Quabbin and Tech, right?
And yes, and Quabbin's debt,
And Quabbin debt,
yeah.
right, okay. So, if I recall correctly, I think we liked everything except those three items. And so, how do we feel about a motion to recommend Article 8?
I'll make a motion.
Okay. I will second it. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Alright, Article 9 is Monty Tech, and we recommended that one. Article 10 is our assessment for for Quabbin, and that was, 5168765, that's our number, right?
That's
not the
correct.
Quabbin number.
Let me confirm that, but I think you're absolutely correct.
Right, okay. And we liked our number, if I recall correctly.
It's perfect.
Yes, so I would take a motion to recommend Article 10.
So we'll,
Right. And I will second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Unanimous. All right, Article 11, this is the Quabbin Regional School debt, which I suspect is not negotiable, and we approved it anyway. All right, what else didn't we recommend? Article 12.
Article 12, I've asked that we keep this open to give the cable committee a bit of time to come up with their recommendations. The 20,000 listed here would cover their yearly operations, so the filming of meetings and purchasing of equipment and repairs and such. They were thinking of maybe starting an effort to expand broadband in the town of Hubbardston. I don't think that they're ready to present anything for the annual town meeting. So I would say a tentative recommendation based upon the 20,000, and if there's a change, I'll certainly be back in touch with you.
Okay. All right. So do we have a motion then to recommend Article 12 as written?
So,
Yes?
do we know what it was was 20,000 what it was last year too?
I don't know.
I think it was.
It was, yeah.
is
Okay.
that, are we discussing?
Yes, we don't have a motion yet.
Okay. I'll make a motion.
Okay, and I'll second it.
So does the cable company contribute to that line item?
Yes, they do. This is
Level, isn't it?
You get 5% of the gross revenue generated annually in the town of Hubbardston goes into this pot of money here to be used by the cable committee for their purposes, but it's gotta be approved by town meeting.
So does it act like a revolving fund even though it's not one?
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough. It's technically a gift account.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to appropriate it,
Right,
according to the Department of Revenue.
okay,
Didn't have to, but somebody in the eastern side of the state started spending it on all sorts of things that were not related to cable TV or community
excellent.
communications, and they got their hands slapped, and everybody else had to
Right,
toe the line with the new rule.
great, okay. All right, so are we good? Any further discussion on this? All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. All right, what's left? Article 13. We did Article 14, we did Article 15, and then, oh no, that's, I think we did, yeah, we did 16, we did 17. Somewhere around here we're gonna come into CPA articles where we don't have anything to say. Is that it?
I think you are done.
I think we're done, right? One, and then those are the dog bylaws and other stuff that we don't have anything to say about. Alright, great, so we're all good. So our work on the warrant is done, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome.
If there's any changes, I'll certainly let you know.
Yeah.
And Ryan may wanna play around with the priorities in the capital plan, and we'll keep you in the loop on that.
Okay, alright, that sounds good, get that. Report by liaisons to other committees, let's see. Chuck, any news on capital planning? Nothing is happening, right?
Nothing is happening that I know, but
Alright.
apparently emails were sent to my old email address, even though,
Perfect,
even though I told them last year.
right,
So that's the reason you weren't notified about the January meetings?
They actually met in November, December, and January.
perfect. Alright,
Bother pick up the phone.
alright, is that straightened out now, or do we have a reason to think that it
I'm
could
going
possibly
to,
maybe?
I can get notification of all meetings, I guess, from Lori, so.
Yeah, you can just get on a general
I
list.
have your email, proper one,
Yeah.
posted on the bulletin board in the town administrator's
Yeah.
office, and I'll make sure that
Okay.
Ryan knows that it's there.
Yeah, I mean, everything else, everyone else that sends the
Had it
right
for a
one, so,
while.
right.
Yeah,
It's just the capital.
yeah, alright. The plot. Let's see, in our last episode on the ARPA committee, pleased to know that Chief Hayes came in and did a brilliant job. So, I think our naysayers have changed their minds.
Really?
Well, what
In-
they learned.
For both pieces?
I think so, yeah,
Awesome.
I think so.
Let's hope so.
That was the vibe I was getting.
Yeah.
Were you there with me? Do you agree? I don't think you were
No,
there.
you've been meeting on Tuesdays, which is
Yeah,
like
I don't think you were there.
night that I can't be here, but the
Yeah.
next meeting's coming up on a Thursday, and I'll be there for that.
Yeah, okay. So, we'll
So
see.
they
I mean,
made
we
no
don't have the
commitment.
money for it. We have to wait for another slog of ARPA funds, but what pushed them over the edge was the original thought that this was already on the capital plan, and the chief laughed and said, there is no capital plan. This is supposed to be replaced every 6 or 7 years, and we're on year 16, and it keeps getting shoved. So that was a little eye opener. So that was good. So I think that's how it's gonna work.
That's good.
Yep.
That's a kind of a relief, really, if it goes that way. That's a big relief, 'cause it's a lot of
Yeah.
money,
Yeah,
a lot of dough.
yep, a lot of dough.
Yeah, that's good.
And the notion that, well, when all else fails, we can rely on mutual aid to save my house, did not. Anyway, I told them to explain it all before I started crying, so.
Can we borrow your pumper truck for a couple days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, drain my pond and every other thing. Anyway, so that was good news, so fingers are crossed on that one.
Excellent.
That's all I have
Did you
to
speak at
report.
that meeting?
Did I speak? I asked my leading questions, that
Okay.
was about it.
Did you inform them that how this committee had already voted?
I did.
Do you think that carried any weight? Or was it simply the chief?
No,
Because
it
didn't they
it was the chief, because he'd say no to his face, and nobody cares about what we think.
Well, they should, we're elected officials.
Well, and the select board cares, the ARPA committee has its own sense of purpose.
Yeah, I mean, the select board could always override the committee, correct?
Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
select board can always override
Yeah,
us, I mean,
of
we
course.
make
They have-
recommendations
they
just as
will.
they do, so they
Yeah.
see they see us on an equal footing,
Yeah.
let's put it that way. I think that's a fair statement. Plus, don't forget, 2 of the ARPA committee members are
Are
select
select
board members, so there's also, so the fix is in, there's also that. I don't even know how that works, how could that even be?
I don't know.
But anyway, it is. So that was that. Alright. Matters not reasonably anticipated by the chair. Well, the chair barely anticipated this meeting, so it could be anything.
I just have one question, a follow-up to our last meeting on the waste from the field. Did that go anywhere?
The solar,
Yeah. Were we waiting for something back from them? I'm just curious if it's gone anywhere since our last meeting.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I
What
Well,
can't,
did we say?
They were going to increase their budget.
yeah, they needed to for some, yeah, 'cause their budget's what, 5,000?
I thought at the end of that, we said, can we find $5,000
Oh, yeah,
for them?
yeah,
We
yeah.
said
we
yes,
did, we
didn't
voted,
Yeah,
we
said
voted to give
we-
them
we-
that
we-
extra
We
5
gave them that money,
Oh, for
right?
the machine?
for the solar
Okay.
compactors.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah.
3 of them or
we were
something.
going to explore using Green Communities money for
Right,
that,
green
but
funds.
the
Right.
instruction from the finance committee is find 5,000 for Park and Rec, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and then it's gonna
Okay.
come from someplace.
Uh,
I actually saw one of those, solar powered compactors, they're pretty nifty.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Are they suitable for residential use? Or
Yeah.
are they,
Got
I
them-
don't remember what the dimensions were of these things, I don't remember how big they are.
I should
They're
ha-
like
I-
a
I have it
like a
in
washing
here.
machine, are they that kind of size?
I think, didn't she give us a write-up on
About
that?
She
3/4
did,
of
but I
the
didn't
size
bring
of a
it.
refrigerator.
Oh, a refrigerator?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I got
it's
some.
fairly, it's waist high, looks a lot like a trash canister that, one of the plastic ones that, you see
Oh,
by the
yeah.
side of the road.
Oh, all right, so it's about the size of my regular little push dumpster, little mini dumpster thing.
I saw one downtown historic Sandwich, last weekend, so
Hmm.
if the people in Sandwich think that they're okay for everybody to look at, I suppose,
Yeah,
good enough for me.
Whoop whoop
That's
they
right.
do.
that's right, let's do. All right, good. All right, anything else for anybody?
No.
Yes, sir.
Madam Chair, just
Yes.
a quick question for Mr. Nixon. Regarding the town warrant, you said the date that's gonna probably go before the select board is the 9th of May?
That's when I have them, that's when I'm gonna ask that they sign off on the warrant.
Okay. And
If they,
not later than date?
that would
is
be
a
the
week later?
the following Monday, I think
The following,
they-
okay, so you have, without even calling a special meeting, you could, 1 week delay doesn't put you out of the window before the town meeting.
My drop dead deadline is May 24th.
Okay, alright,
I
so
think
yeah,
he's off a printer, I
He's
think, the printing deadline, I
Well,
think
posting
Brian used to
deadline, I've
say.
gotta post it 2 weeks in advance, and
That
if
too.
I don't make the 24th, then we don't have a town meeting. So
or you
that's-
delay it,
Yeah, you have to delay.
okay,
All right,
thank you.
all right, you're welcome, all right, public press questions, you're all done, right?
I'm done, man.
All right, great, how about a motion to adjourn?
Good, Celtics are on shortly.
That's right.
Move.
Okay, we're all good, adjourned at what? 6:54, super.
Are they on at 7?
I believe so, yeah. Not that I wouldn't stay.
Oh,
That's why they have
appreciate
DVR,
that
right?
sentiment.
DVR,
Awesome.
well, that was quick.
Well,
Well,
that's
thank you
that's
very much
everything.
for all of your good work on the town.
Thanks for
you.
laying it out for us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for laying it out, David.
Yeah, sure.
That's
Really
right.
much appreciated
Nice.
what you
Yep,
do.
glad
Yeah,
you're
thank
still
you.
hanging around for a little while, so you can
Thank you.
tag team with good old Ryan, to get his, sea legs back and all of this.
Yeah,
Hootenanny.
well, hopefully he's taking some well-deserved vacation time.
That's right, that's right. Nope, all good. Super, thank you all. I don't think, I mean, unless we hear something, some changes from David and Ryan, we won't meet again. We're done
Until the town meeting.
Till town meeting, so.
What about, we have that meeting in May too, are we supposed to go with all the boards?
Oh, the all boards, all committees meeting, May 11th, I think that is.
Yeah.
Are you guys adjourned?
Yes. Yep, that's right, so don't forget that little number,
May 11th?
May
May
11th, I've
11th,
got
yeah.
that written down, and I didn't have to,
We'll
I have to
see.
post anything for that, please say no.
Well, we should. It's a
Ah.
good